What's up, everybody? What's going on? As you can see by the title, I finally got the project built. I'm gonna go outside and show you it right now. Here it is. So it's a 1990 Honda Accord LX 2-door coupe, 5-speed. This is the front end. So this car needs a lot of TLC. There's a lot wrong with it. This is not stuff it needs. It has about 260,000 miles. Inside of it is filthy. The whole car is filthy. Paint filthy. Everything's filthy. The front, it needs a new hood in the front. It needs a grill. It came with a lot of parts though. This freaking antenna, gotta get rid of this thing. Everything's all dirty, and the seats is all sun bleached out. Interior is blue. Brand new headlights though. Got brand new headlights. I gotta take the plastic off of it. I'm gonna do a start up. So the car starts up, you know, I mean it drives 5-speed manual. Take this wrap off of it. All that wrap. So the interior is pretty much trashed. Needs to be detailed, clean. There's a lot on here that doesn't work. Okay, so let's get to the reason why I chose that type of car. My first car was a Toyota Cressida. When I went to New York, I couldn't really show you guys it, only because I got into an accident and then me and my dad, we sold it. So it's gone. But that was my first car, and that originally was supposed to be my first project build. You know, it was my first car, first project build. You know, I was gonna do a Jay-Z swap, you know, making a manual, all the 9 yards, whatever. Got into an accident, so the car was totaled, so lost the car there. So I'm like, okay, you know, but while I was in New York, I was looking up, I went to the WRX or STI hatchback. I mean, sooner or later I realized that's not a good choice. And then I started looking at Hondas, I started looking at SIs, and then I'm like, blah, blah, blah. But then times passed, you know, I still eventually didn't get a car yet, and then I moved out here. The idea of getting a project build kind of came back to me when I started doing the channel. I always had a YouTuber, I've never made videos with Michelle. She mostly gave me the inspiration for me to really start the channel, because it's something I always wanted to do, but never just really put my foot down to do it. So since we moved out here, and it came back. So we couldn't really just jump into it and do it because of, you know, financial reasonings. And in the beginning, we actually bought 2 cars when we first came here. So I don't know if you go to my beginning videos, you'll see the Honda Accord. I used to have like a 2016 Honda Accord, like a obsidian blue LX. It's funny because I ended up, you know, getting the same car, but just a different year. But yeah, so we had 2 cars in the beginning. You know, she had a City, I had the Accord. We came to some type of, you know, financial issues where we had to lose 1 car. So we lost my Accord. And then we just had 1 car, and we were sharing 1 car for a while. And then, you know, we've been trying to save, and the idea came up like, we're gonna get another car, but we're not gonna finance anything. We're gonna just buy a car, and it's gonna be a build, and it's gonna be a daily at the same time. So this was months ago, you know, that idea came up, and then actually every day I was on Craigslist, every single day, every day I'm on Craigslist. I looked up, before I even knew what I wanted, I didn't know what I want. So I used to go on Craigslist, put in search auto cars, and I put manual to see what everybody's selling out there. So I was looking at Toyotas, looking at Nissans, I was looking at Hondas, looking at everything, Acuras, everything. So at first I really wanted like an older Corolla. I wanted like that blue Corolla you see, that'll be at the car meet, something like that. Probably not a wagon though. So there's barely no Corollas out here. So I was like, okay. And then I went to a GTS, a Corolla GTS. So I was like, okay, I can use that as a build. There was one out here, and I found a perfect one in Florida. You know, it's always in Florida. And I found one out here, and then, you know, they were kind of out of my budget, out of my price range. So left those alone. Then I was like, let me grab a 240. 240, there's a bunch of, you just see a bunch of shells out here. There's a bunch of shells, or they want like $5 grand for like a, you know, one that's like beat down or like old or just rusty, bad condition. You know, so it's way on budget too. And then also all 240s in Cali anyways, or New York and stuff like the big cities. So I gave up on 240. So I'm like, let me get a Honda. So originally my job had an SI I wanted to grab, but couldn't get it. Couldn't afford it. You know, just couldn't get it. You know, my whole financial stuff, whatever. So that was a loss. So I'm like, oh, okay, let me get an older Honda. So then I started looking up where I originally wanted was the EG coupe, like EK coupe or hatch, or EG bubble hatch, or you know, anything in that criteria, somewhere right there. Even the CRX. So all the Hondas out here are actually like, you know, 15 and up and stuff. And I'm like, I have a certain budget, and I'm like, you know, I don't have the money to be buying a car for like $2,000. You know, like I just need a project car, you know, for now, and then I'm gonna build it up. So, you know, instead of spending $5,000 on the car, I'd rather spend way lower and then invest that $5,000 into the car. You know, I mean, but like you can't be picky, you know. But that's why I waited and I waited because, you know, you can't just expect that to happen, especially when you're in a low budget like I was on. I saw Accord, a 4-door version to the one I got, and I was actually, when I was younger, I loved those body styles. I really loved those body styles. So not just the body style, the whole overall car as well. It just appeals to me, attracts me. So I was like, I should get one of these, do something different, because everybody has EKs and EGs. You know, like let me do something different. You know, when you go to the meet, you always gonna see an EK or an EG or something like that. You know, so I was like, let me do something different. So now I'm looking for Accords. Now every day, Accords. But I'm like, it has to be a 5-speed. It has to be a manual. That's one. Yeah, because the plan was when I get the 16 Accord, I was gonna keep that until I save some money to get a project car. But it kind of went the opposite way. But whatever. So it has to be manual. So those Accords back then were like 5 speeds, automatic with 4 speeds. So it has to be a 5-speed, okay, Accord. But then I was like, I want a 2-door because, you know, like I have 4-door cars my whole life. You know, I had the Corolla, the Cressida, the BMW. You know, I have 4-door cars my whole life. So I'm like, it has to be a coupe. So once I narrowed down the coupes, there weren't that many out there. 5-speed coupes at that, you know. And there was I seen a clean coupe that was automatic though. So okay, 5-speed coupes. Now it's down to, there's a few out there. Some of them can't drive, some of them not moving, some of them are shells, you know, some of them the transmission is done. So it came down to the blue one, the one I have now, and another one. So the only problem with the two is one was a CB7 and one was a CB6. Now the biggest difference between the two is I believe from 90 to 91, the CB6 had a different rear end, not really not the whole rear end, but different tail lights. So that was a huge difference. Tail lights. And the CB7 have a different tail light. Now I'm gonna show you, so this is an example of the tail lights that I'm talking about. Basically on the 90 to 91, the brake lights are at the bottom and then the signals are on top. And the reverse is up here, like just like that. But on the 92, I believe 93, it's opposite. So the brake lights are up here and the signals are on the bottom. And it's not square, it's like it's like kind of curvish right here. So, and then the reverse light, I believe, is like down here or something. I don't know. I don't remember reverse light, but like it's a different back end. So, if you, I'll put a picture in the video so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah. So I liked this back end. I ain't like the other back end. So I found a 93 or 92 with the other back end, and it was a coupe though, and it had low miles. So I was thinking, okay, I'll just switch the headlights out. I did some research. You can't swap the headlights only because of this is more square. And then the 92, 93 is more of a curve. So what you have to do is swap the trunk, because it shares the same lights here, but these lights here are different. So you have to swap the trunk to get the matching. So you have to swap the lights out, flip it, then get these lights, put these in here, and then swap the trunk so you can get this these tail lights. And as you see in the video, different tail lights. So and I'm only attracted to the CB6 tail lights. I don't know why, because the JDM versions look so clean. That's what eventually I want to do as well too. That's what made me go with this one. The day of, I believe, Desert Fest, that video I made was called the biggest car meet in New Mexico. That day, before I even went, me and Michelle went to Dunkin' Donuts, get something to eat. I called both owners. No one answered. You know, so I was like, dang, I was ready to look at them, you know, right now and then buy it, you know, when I can. So nobody reached out to me. Then the Blue Accord, you know, he got back to me saying he was out of town. You know, he's a busy guy. You know, he works out of town, so I'm not getting front, no problem. Then one day, he said, yeah, you can come look at it, drive it. And then I went. So he wasn't home, but his wife was, and she, you know, put the battery. She got the battery because there was no battery and stuff like that, and started up. And I drove it. Instantly fell in love. Once I drove it, I seen so much potential in the car. I was like, no, I have to buy this one. And it has like a little exhaust on it already, and the gearbox was so just easy, and everything was easy. Clutch didn't feel too crazy, you know. Everything was good. So after that, you know, I was like, I want to buy. I told him I want to buy it. So I come from New York. So after New York, couldn't get it yet. So I'm like, okay, then I have to wait, and then you know, I got paid, and then you know, me and Michelle, we budgeted our financials and stuff like that, and we got it. So I got it on Michelle's birthday, so I would never forget when I got the car. It was on my princess' birthday. And then we looked at it, gave him the money, and we drove home. So, and then that was today's Sunday, so that was 2 days ago. That was on Friday. So now the car is here and I have the car. So like I said, as you can see in the video, it needs a lot of work. So a lot of little stuff that needs to be changed. I still need to like check everything in the car. You know, I'm gonna bring it to my job and you know look over it with the have a mechanic look over it with me and see you know what I need. I know a lot needs to be done. You know, and I got it for a steal, low price. So I'm not complaining there at all. I got it for a low price and it moves. You know, and my job is about 5 minutes away from here, from my home. So it's perfect. So what I have to do now is basically, first thing I'm gonna do is clean the interior, because you see how, you know, filthy it is. I'm gonna clean the interior, and after that, I'm gonna see what needs to be done, what I need to change, what needs to be done, do some maintenance, you know. And after, you know, I can get the engine up to par and make sure the transmission is good, the clutch is good, the engine's good, everything's good underneath. Then I'll, you know, worry about the outside. I'll worry about the paint and the rims and, you know, because I need a hood. As you can see, I need a hood. The car got into an accident, but I didn't get no frame damage, but the hood got bent. So I need a new hood, need a new grill. It's brand new, got some brand new headlights on there. I don't know, I might go back to OEM. I don't know, I don't really like those aftermarket headlights. I'll just have to see. Bumper, might need a new front bumper too. So this build is not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna be a long process because I know a lot of money is needed to be invested in it, and I have bills and stuff as well too. So you know, like I said, I'm living on my own. You know, we have our own car, we have our own everything, so we have bills to pay. So it's not like I could jump into it and just, you know, start building it. So it's gonna take a long time. Actually, what I'm gonna make is a GoFundMe page for the car, for anyone that want to help me with the build. You know, if anyone that wants to support me and you know, help me get more parts, or you know, or if you have parts for the car, you know, and want to send it to me, I can use the parts. I'm fine with that. So I'm gonna put in the description the GoFundMe page. It's gonna be just for the car. All the money will be just for the car. You can donate $1, 5 cents, a nickel, $10, whatever you want. You know, $0. You don't have to donate anything. I'm just putting it just for anyone out there that want to help me out with the build. But yeah. So as time go by, if I do any updates, I'm definitely gonna. That's a new series on the channel where I'm updating the car, and you're gonna see from when I first got it, like how it is now, and where it end up. You know, if I need to do an engine swap, I'll do an engine swap. If I try to swap the tranny. You know, it's gonna be a build, you know, and I'm excited, I'm happy, you know, I'm glad I went with this car. Like I said, it's an old car, about 26, 27 years old, whatever. Has a lot of miles on it, but it runs, and it runs good and it drives, you know, and that's all I need right now, just so I can go back and forth to work, you know. So in the meantime, I want to build at the same time, and I work at Honda, so you know I could you know, get some good parts and stuff like that. You know, probably don't have to pay as much craziness. But like I said though, I have to balance everything out though. It's not like I'm living with my parents or anything like that. So I can't just jump in and start buying a bunch of stuff for the car. You know, and it's gonna be a process. But shout out to everyone, all the subscribers out there, and all the viewers out there that's been watching all my videos from whenever, and all the new people that watch and subscribe as well too, and that's, you know, this is something I've always wanted to do, and I'm glad I'm able to share it with you guys, and you guys can see the process of it basically. So also, you know, I mean, I'm done with the car. You know, I'm done with the talking about the car, but I want to talk about the channel now real fast before I jump off here. Lately, I haven't been doing any meets only because of that whole process of trying to get the car, and you know, me and Michelle's actually going to Las Vegas next week, so it's gonna be for like 3 days. So what I've been trying to do is record videos and edit them and have them scheduled, so you guys have videos while I'm gone. I can't make new videos. So next week some days you might not get a video, but that's what I'm trying to do now, schedule everything and make sure you have videos. And once I get back, we're back, you know, we're back on track, back on schedule. I'm gonna be hosting meets. I actually gonna be doing a collaboration with another like another crew basically, where they are legit policemen. That's what they do, role playing. They do police role playing, you know, law enforcement role playing. And they have like their own little playlist and their own everything, where, you know, they have the cops and the criminals. Everything's all legit. So you're gonna see that on the channel soon. It's gonna be just like the KJDM what I was trying to do, but it's gonna be a little bit more official. So stay tuned for that, you know. And I have this wheel now, and honestly, there's a lot of games I got. I'm not gonna say what it is. You're gonna see it on the channel. So you're gonna see a lot of new games on the channel. I've been playing with the wheel, and even more to come. So stay tuned to that as well too. But yeah, one more time, shout out to everybody, all the support I'm having, and let's see where this takes us. So I want everybody to take care, have a good day, and I'm out of here.